Move. Get out of your own way. It'll be the hardest thing you ever had to do. Do you know how to get out your own way? Do you know what I'm talking about? See, a lot of times it's easier said than done. Or a lot of times we get caught up in these catchphrases. And it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I don't want to be, tripping over my own feet. But have you really thought about what it takes to get out of your own way? Huh? Have you ever put any thought into that? I have. Let me tell you what I've come up with. How do you get out your own way? What are you talking about, man? Well, if you just sit tight, I'll tell you. Let me tell you what I came up with. Some people might look at these behaviors that you picked up in these times where you might be a little bit emotional. It seems like you're moving a little reckless or desperate because a particular point that you're in your life. Some people might look at them as a little risque. What do you mean risque, Ayn? All of a sudden you're taking chances that you normally wouldn't take. I'm not talking about taking chances on you gambling, on you with whatever it is that you may be trying to do in a healthy way. I'm talking about things where you have the potential to be upside down on your investment. It's reckless behavior. That's the reason why I said some people might look at it and go, man, that's a little bit reckless. Some people, they try to shake off whatever it is that they're having a problem with. Maybe you've been done wrong, right? And you're like, you know what? Tired of being used. Tired of getting walked on. You know what? I'm gonna stand up for myself. And they go overboard with this. Instead of setting some boundaries and going, hey, look, let me see what went wrong here. How did I get stepped on? Is there some red flags that I missed? Sometimes people overcorrect. They overcorrect and they're just like, yeah, this is the way that I'm going to do it. And sometimes it works initially and it's just like, yeah, see, this is what I need to do. But that's not you. That's not you. Until you run up against that person that is just as aggressive, and are you really to stand toe-to-toe with that? Because you hadn't all this time. So now, not like I said, you're overcorrecting. You're overshooting whatever it is that you're trying to do. Then whoa, that ain't what I really want. Let me dial it back. Maybe I should go on back in my shell and be, the same old, the way that I used to be. No. So let's rewind this video back up. Let's go back to what I initially said on getting out your own way. It'll be the hardest thing that you ever have to do. A lot of this stems from doubt. You doubting yourself. I'm telling you, your hardest battles will be the things that you're fighting from within. That's once you cleared all the noise out from around you. You cleared everything that's just clouding up your frequency. All the cluster of confusion and being in people's business and people bringing you their business and you being this unpaid psychologist or psychiatrist, and you're just dealing with all of this and things are sitting quiet and you're starting to hear what's going on the inside of you, your likes and your dislikes, and you're trying to pick up things and you're being somewhat timid with it instead of really grabbing a hold of the things that are for you, and the things that are your goals and your passions, knowing that that's you. Nobody has a right to sign off on anything but you, because it came from within, and that's up to you. You don't need approval from anybody else for you to pursue the things that you're trying to pursue. Now, of course, let's not get crazy with this now. Let's not get, when I'm talking about you don't need approval, I'm not talking about you going out here trying to open up a food truck and you just think, I ain't getting approval. I ain't said I ain't got to get approval from nobody. I ain't getting approval from nobody. No, you got to get a food handler's license. And you got to get whatever other licenses that may be for you to have that type. So let's not get crazy here when I'm talking about you not answering to nobody. But I'm talking about moving thought to action to make your goals a reality, or anything about you, because we all got a passion. We all got a passion. Even though you might say, man, I don't know what my passion is. Yeah, you just gotta get quiet for a moment. See what the inside is saying. See, some of us have been so been a part of other people's mess or their lives for so long, we've drowned out whatever it is that we need to hear on the inside. We don't even know what we want because we're following other people's lead, or we're being led around by the nose. You weren't put here for no reason. You were put here for a reason. You got something else that's a benefit to everybody else. It's your passion. You got to get out your own way. You got to quit waiting to think that somebody else is going to pull that out of you or going to define what it is inside of you. I've said this in one of my older videos, or some of my older videos, where I stated, and this is a positive thing. And in some cases, people can be right. Keep in mind, everything like I said I'm getting ready to say here is positive. Sometimes people may say, hey man, you're really good at X, Y, and Z. Man, you should do blah, 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 whatever it is. And it really fills you up. And you may be good at it. But here's the reason why I said that sometimes they can only be half right. People have a lot of talents. That might just be one thing that you're good at. It might not be your passion. It might be just something just one thing that you're good at. Hey, if I didn't know what my passion was or something, I didn't get to hear that little voice inside of me that's driving me to do the things that I do and pursuing my goals and bringing down those barriers of the things that are around me and keeping the unhealthy things off my plate, keeping my frequency clear, letting me know, hey, ain't right. I'm not talking about a literal voice. It ain't something other than I ain't talking to himself in my head or with a voice. But I'm not talking about a little voice saying, hey, speaking to me as if it's got subtitles on. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about that gentle guidance and that push on the inside of you that lets you know, hey, you don't need to be over here. You need to be over here. Hey, maybe this is not the right thing. You got what I'm saying. You got what I'm putting down, right? But back to what I'm saying, if I didn't have some sort of passion, maybe somebody did give a compliment like that, maybe I would take a second look at it. Let me see. This comes easy to me, whatever it is that you may be doing. A lot of times when I use that example, I'm always thinking about drawing because I do like art and I can appreciate art from the standpoint of drawing, sketches, painting, whatever the case may be. And I find that a lot of the times, that's just the people that I know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. People that I know that can draw and do art, man, that's just one of the many amazing things they can do. I've seen them where they're talented in other areas. It's just like, wow. Sometimes I actually even trace it backwards. It may be something that the person is good at, has nothing to do with art, and I'm just like, hey, I bet you can draw. Can you draw too? 9 times out of 10, this is what I get. Yeah, I do a little something. But anyways, back to what I'm talking about. Well, I am back on what I'm talking about. I'm just fleshing it out because I'm talking to a variety of you. One of these things I'm talking about could be you. Like I said, I try to keep these examples broad so people can pull from them from what they need. And, more often than not in my videos, like I said, I like to use metaphors and analogies and so forth and so on. And I try to, anything that comes to me to make this more real to you or something that you could latch on to apply it to whatever you're doing, I'm going to do. So sometimes I might go down 2-3 different roads in here, but I'm still on track. I'm on pace for what we're doing here. So just sit back and let me do my thing. Back to this doubt. Seriously, back to this doubt. Doubt, man. Doubt can be a really sad thing. Doubt can have you questioning what you're doing, your purpose. If you don't have a purpose, it can even get more grim than that. And I'm here to tell you shouldn't be doubting anything. All you need to do is proceed, make it to that next day and that next day and that next day, and be focused on today, because whatever you're focusing on today, this is what's assisting you in making a better future for yourself tomorrow. I'm not even talking about other people. I'm talking about you. And doubt has no upside. Doubt, you know what doubt is like? You know what doubt is like? Doubt is like somebody casing your house. They're plotting on robbing you. And they don't quite know the inner workings of your house. So they come up and they knock on your door. They try to see who comes to the door, how long it takes you to get to the door, if anybody comes to the door. Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it a child? What else can I see up off in there? Is anybody, anybody else? How many vehicles are here? What time of day is it? Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to come back. That's what doubt is like to me. The root cause is sinister. There's nothing good about it. And after doubt, there's larger issues at hand coming behind it. You know what? Going back to that analogy of me talking about like you getting ready to get robbed, to have a home invasion, they trying to come up and case the place. Here's doubt, right? Doubt is that person knocking on the door. The extreme other end of doubt, to me, the extreme other end of doubt is you not doing whatever it is that you want to do. You just flat out quit doing whatever it is that you want to do. That's what getting out your own way looks like. It's quieting that voice of doubt that's up off in your head. Oh, you looking at me? I'm looking at you. What you want? Huh? What you here knocking at my door for? No, we ain't interested. The reason I'm putting so much in this video and talking about it and moving out your own way and doubt and so forth and so on, because if you do all of the things that I'm talking about in this 1,200 video, I forget how many videos is on here. I know it's over 1,000. On all the things I'm talking about in these videos, and removing unhealthy things from your circle and getting to a quiet place and getting peace, that's when that real beast comes out. It's all up here and in here. And you thought that you were battling something with the people and trying to get them up off of you and trying to fight to get your piece of the pie piece? No, you ain't seen nothing yet till it gets quiet up in here. And then that doubt comes a knocking. Get out your own way. You don't have reason to be doubting nothing. Everything we're talking about, which I shouldn't have to say, I'm talking about healthy. Healthy. I think it's a whole nother conversation if we're talking about you doing something unhealthy, you're doubting, man, should I do this because it's unhealthy? Then, hey, by all means, get a second set of eyes in on this. Get you some assistance. Because I'm going to always tell you, if you're looking at doing something unhealthy and the possibility of, even if you're talking about not doing anything, but walking away from whatever it is that's not healthy, let's walk away. Let's do nothing in that instance. Anything besides doing the unhealthy. So if you're doubting, man, should I really be doing this unhealthy? Hey, and I know it said there was no upside up to doubt, but go the other way. Go the other way. If you need help, get help. Nothing wrong with getting help. Getting a second set of eyes on that. I don't think I have anything else to add to this video other than just reinforcing what I'm saying. Coming from the bottom of my heart, I want you to do the best that you can. I want you to get out your own way. I want you to proceed on bringing down those barriers for the healthy things that you're trying to do in your life. Not letting anybody stop you. Don't have a reason in the world to be doubting yourself on why you can't accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to do. In the video, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Ain. Y'all have a good one.